On this edition of Kababayan Today, our OPM or Original Filipino Music Initiative continues with musician and singer Jose Marichan. That's all next on Kababayan Today.
Restaurant in Glorieta, and I'm talking to one of my favorite musicians of all time, Jose Marichan. Hello, Jose Marichan.
Hello, G. Sakura, of course, is owned by Archie Castillo, and is one of the best Japanese restaurants in Metro Manila.
Well, I just wanted to talk to you today because I had one day in Manila and one day alone. And because I was here, I made sure to be able to talk to you because growing up, when it comes to Christmas music pag Pasko, Jose Marichan ang palaging pinapakinggan ko.
Oh, that's very kind of you. And I guess the same thing is true in the Philippines, that once September comes into the calendar, you know, you hear Christmas in Our Hearts and Perfect Christmas on radio and in the malls. So that's God's blessing. Thank God.
It's been 24 years, and yet it's still as relevant today in the sound waves. And this is really something that's been part of the tradition, is to listen to your music. Talk to us if that was intentional, to create music that everybody would listen to come Christmas time.
Well, okay, that's a very good question. See, 25 years ago, my song Beautiful Girl and the whole album Constant Change became a monster hit in the Philippines, thank God. And soon after that, Belletan, the late Belletan, who was my producer at Universal Records, asked me if I could come out with a Christmas album. Okay, and so I said, well, why not? That's a good idea. Having grown up with Bing Crosby and Johnny Mathis and the Four Aces and so on and so forth. Then I remembered this particular melody that I had written about 2 years before. It was for a Jubilee class in Assumption School, Assumption College. The song is called Ang Tubig Ay Buhay. And the class loved that melody, but we had to shelve it afterwards because the Jubilee year was over. So I took out that melody again and decided to turn it into a Christmas song. Okay? 2 days later, I was coming out of church, a Sunday Mass, and there was a young lady who knocked on my windshield, gave me her card, and she introduced herself as a budding songwriter. Her name was Rina Cañiza. And so she said, sir, it's really my dream one day that we could collaborate. So I said, okay, I'll keep your card. So that same day, I thought of her again, and I said, I'm working on this Christmas song, this melody with no lyrics. I said, why don't I call her? Make a long story short, after several, you know, back and forth, we came out with that song, Christmas in Our Hearts. Okay? But the story doesn't end there. So I said, it's going to make an excellent duet. The year was 1990, and Lea Salonga had just landed a role in Miss Saigon. So I sent her a copy of the song. She liked it, and I said, Lea, let's do that record together. Unfortunately, her recording company would not allow her to record on my label. The story doesn't end there yet. Do you have time?
I do.
Okay. All right. So, whom should I get next if Lea Salonga could not do it? I thought of Monique Wilson, her understudy in Miss Saigon. I called her up, I sent her the tape, and she said, yes, I like it. Okay, let's record next week. That weekend, she went to Tagaytay. She came back and she called me Sunday evening. Joe, I'm sorry, but I lost my voice. I'm sorry, I cannot record a song. So, Belia said, you have a week to finish this album. Come on, Joe, who can we get? Someone, I don't remember who it was, suggested, why don't you ask your daughter? Your daughter had appeared in the local production of King and I, and she has a nice voice. why don't you ask your daughter? So I went to her room. She was cramming for exams. And I said, Liz, can you learn this song? What is this? I said, well, it's a Christmas song that I've just written. You know, maybe let's record it. When? Tomorrow. Fortunately, the melody was quite simple. She learned it, 1, 2, 3. The next day we recorded, and we recorded the song, and the rest is history.
It's a song that is so special to so many people because, for one, a Filipino musician, Filipino composer did it. And second, it's your family. So there's really this instant connection about what it means to be Filipino, is to be a part of the family.
Yes, and I talked about children selling lanterns on the streets. I don't talk about Santa Claus. I don't talk about snow, sleigh ride, because, you know, it's being together in church, singing together, celebrating the birth of our Lord, you know? So it's very Pinoy, and I guess the melody is catchy enough for people to like it instantly. And thank God it has lived on. I hope it will live on long after I'm gone.
Well, you're very lucky here on Kababayan Today. If you've never heard the song, you'll get to hear it a little bit later on. Magbabalik tayo, kasama pa rin natin si Jose Marichan. Don't go away here on Kababayan Today.